Oh, this might be a problem. Regen needed. Alright, how we're going to try to make this a better situation. And if not, well, we might have to go to the garage.
Charter mode.
Okay. Let's go have fun. Welcome to my bus. I'm Mark. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, it's Mark again. And again, since I'm behind by myself, I'll take off my mask. So, again, no charters, and I don't expect any for some time anyway. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about another place that I've used to, well, I've done charters to, but it's also a handy place to be if you're starting up in the East End. There are some industrial parks in the area, and I prefer, again, parking in an industrial park close to residential. And this one here is Orleans Bowling. It's a nice little parking lot, and at 7 in the morning, nobody's playing any games of bowling, so it's a good place to stop. That whole industrial area, you know, you find somewhere quiet and wait your 10 minutes and start from there. So this is Orleans Bowling. It's a quick drive, straight down Trim, and it's actually a little bit in the Taylor Creek Industrial Park. So if we quickly look here at the satellite view, we just go past Old Montreal Road, and it's right next to the 174. But when we head in, we do the turnaround, and there's lots of parking for a school bus here, especially in the morning. And it's also a great place for charters. And once those things start happening again. Now there's other places you can park in the industrial park. But this is one of the largest areas that's not being used in the morning. There's also the Legion over here. Over here, there's a side street here as well. They're working on the park and ride, so I don't recommend that. But it's a great place to start considering how many of these new projects are coming up in the area. They're just building all over the place. So it's great. Thank you very much. Bye. So now that you've seen that, you notice a nice big area. We had a little issue that morning. I wasn't using my bus. My bus is gasoline powered. We were using an older diesel. And, well, I've dealt with the regen process before, so I've got a pretty good handle on it. But if you're a new bus driver, well, it can be a little bit, what's all these lights coming on and all this stuff, you know, in the dash. And, well, sometimes we don't quite cover that in training. So here we go. So what's going on now is you have this little puff of smoke. It says, hey, hot temperature. Okay. Hot temperature in the dash. It's just doing a regen. So if you've got a long drive, everything will be okay. And we don't want to shut down until that light goes off, unless you're at a school. Okay. So this is Orleans Bowling. It's a great place for charters. Nice big parking lot, plenty of space. Fantastic. So whenever your bus is doing a regen, what it's trying to do is it's trying to clear the exhaust, and it's basically it's trying to really heat up the exhaust so it burns out the, well, I would say the carbon, but probably that's not the right word for it. But the problem with this is, if you're, let's say you stopped at a school, the exhaust coming out is extremely hot, and it can burn anyone around it. But if you're driving a long route, well, it's not an issue. So when I was driving B58, it would do regens from time to time, but I had nice long country routes, so I very rarely noticed that I was doing a regen. You can actually smell it. You get used to the smell. But when I was driving in Vanier with 58, it would do regens once in a while, and it was getting like, I should be concerned. Well, one of the mechanics told me, put it in a lower gear. You want to get that engine nice and warm. So, you know, instead of overdrive, you put it in drive, or third, whichever number's on the dash. So you want to make the engine work. So if it does 2 regens, regen sometimes 20 minutes. If it does a second one, well, that's good, but it's best to advise the mechanics. And if the dash comes up regen required and it's not doing it, definitely let the mechanics know. You know, unless you're at a school, you don't want to shut down. You want the regen process to work its way through. And even if you're back at the yard, let the mechanics know that it's doing a regen, and try not to shut the engine off, because that is, the exhaust system is expensive, and we want the exhaust to clean itself out. So hopefully, if you see the little puff of smoke, yellow, you realize it's a regen. Okay, it is doing a mechanical process. Not to freak out, but it's something to be a little more aware of. So thank you very much, and have yourself a great day. Bye.